to my Jong Law Horn Pai class for this Wednesday. Just a quick announcement, there won't be a Gong Fu program next week on Wednesday due to March break obligations. Come on out on Monday, you can jump in and do some sword work and some Tai Chi work, but we won't be having a live class on next Wednesday. Tons of stuff in the archive to go back to and have a look at as we've been building up our work on the Tam Tuey set. Okay, let's get ourselves settled in here. Let the head rise and fall a couple of times. Good. From side to side. And a couple of half circles. Yeah, warming up the shoulders. We'll go backwards. And forward. Arms can circle back one way. And around the other. We're going to reach and lean to one side. And over to the other. One more time to the first side. And the second. Yeah, let's let those arms go nice and loose, just kind of warming up a bit, side to side. And we've been working on catching different angles from these rotations for the arms. So downwards diagonals. And rising through those diagonals. Good, downwards vertical. And rising vertical. Good, split verticals. And the other way. Good, shake it out a little bit. Good, let's warm up the hips. Roll them around one way. And around the other. One more time, the first way. And the second. Let's continue with the hips, so from the inside to the outside. 2, 3, 4, and 5. From the outside to the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Up to the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's do a little bit different exercise in terms of warming up the legs today. So we're going to do some sweeping work for the hips. So we're going to go front, side, and back. Front, side, back, front, side, back. Couple more. Last one. And we'll do the same on the other side. Front, side, back, front, side, back. Last one. Good. Okay, let's head into our Kalari Payat work here. So hands over the head, and we're going sweep up and back. Good. Hard thing here is to keep that hip and knee loose on the back stretch, on the quad stretch. So on the back stroke of that kick. So a couple more. Last pass. Yeah, now we can shake it out a little. And let's go into some lunges here. So we're going to turn and lunge down on one side. And same on the other. Both feet forward, getting ready for some of our deep leg work in number 4. So lunge to one side. And over to the other. Back to the first side. And to the second. And then we're going to go toe to the ceiling and stretch. And same on the other side. One more time, first side. And to the second. And feet forward. Walk your hands over to one leg to stretch. And over to the other. Again to the first side. And to the second. And then we can walk those feet in. And roll to come back up. Okay, let's start out with our foundational hip strengthening rotation exercises with our punches. So we're going to go a little wider than shoulder width with the feet. We're grabbing, twisting, dip, and punching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Into our Wei Lung Bai Mei. Up, under, and through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And we'll walk that in for now. And let's go to our kick punch combo. So we're grabbing, kicking and punching again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'll change, grabbing with the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah. Core waist work. So feet at shoulder width. This one's really tricky, and really do pay attention to whether you're able to maintain your horse rider's position or whether you're rocking or moving in your knees, ankles, or hips. We're trying to maintain the horse rider's position, and we're going to go hook punch, pull down, straight punch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think about tucking that elbow along your kidneys as you punch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We'll walk that in. Let's turn that into snapping between the lateral and the square. So we get those quick changes. We're on the lateral. So now when we throw the hook punch, we're going to turn through the hip, throw the hook punch. And then we're going to snap back to our horse rider's position. So we lunge into a forward bow, and then we snap back to horse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And come on up from there. Okay. Let's jump into some review of our 1 to 3. So we're going to go and do a few passes. We're going to go, instead of doing the same one back and forth, we're going to chain them. One way, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll do that a few times. So feet together. We've got our opening. We coil up and back of hand, palm, punch, pull, punch, shuffle in, hammer down, top fist as we twist to close side waist, back fist, kick low, load up, lunge punch on the other side. Step in, cross through, smashing down, pivoting through, back fist, settle, kick, punch. Next time on the left side. 1, 2, 3. Back fist, settle, kick, punch, shuffle up, palm and punch. Number 2, we're stepping out, hook punch, straight punch, staying in the horse, slip under and punch to forward, turn over, back fist, kick punch, same time. As we're stepping out, we're going to roll through to hook and straight, slip under, punch through, back fist, kick punch, hook punch, pull down, straight punch, slip under, punch, back fist, kick punch, hook punch, pull down, straight punch, shuffle up, palm punch. Number 3 opens like number 1. Pull, punch, overhand, and uppercut, turn, back fist, and hammer, and that close side waist, back fist, settle, kick, punch, turning, over, and uppercut, come back, back fist and hammer, twisting that body. There's all that calisthenics in there. Back fist, kick, punch, overhand, uppercut, back fist, hammer fist, back fist, settle, kick, punch, shuffle to the lateral, palm punch. Let's go through number 1 to 3 again. So, punch, shuffle elbow, hammer, twisting through, rising up. Back fist, settle, kick, punch, elbow, hammer, rising. Back fist, kick, punch, elbow, hammer, rising. Top fist, back fist, kick, punch, shuffle up, palm punch. Number 2, hook, down, straight punch, slip, punch, back fist, kick punch, settle, hook punch, pull down, straight, slip under, punch, back fist, kick punch, hook punch, straight punch, last one, slip under, punch, back fist, kick punch, hook punch, pull down, straight, shuffle up, palm punch. Number 3, we step out, punch, overhand, uppercut, back fist, hammer, back fist, kick, lunge punch, turn over and up, turning, back fist, hammer, back fist, kick, punch, overhand, and up, back fist and hammer, back fist, settle, kick, punch, shuffle up, palm punch. Yeah. So hopefully those are starting to get integrated as we start to move into some of our other work. But let's look at a fight combination again. Let's go right to number 1. Or actually that sort of that turnover, that start of most odd number movements is the step out punch. So we're going to go like this. Instead of stepping out, we're going to go kick low. So we're taking the person's attention low. So I'm going to go low kick to the knee, to the shin, lunge punch. Let's start there. So we're going to go 1, 2. So we're taking that person's attention low first. We're striking and we're stepping in behind that. So you can shuffle, kick, punch. We want to punch on the way in. So we're going to go kick, punch on the way in. We're pressing out of that back leg. We're kicking as we press. And then we're shuffling in for that punch. One more time. Kick, punch. Now we also see this one led in when we end up doing our rising top fist. We go back fist, kick, punch. So let's play with that a little bit. So now we're going to go, and here's one of the things, we're kind of attention splitting. High, low, high. So I'm going to go back fist. Now that could be with my back arm. That could be with my front arm. Doesn't really matter too much. 1, 2, 3. So I'm actually sending 3 techniques off the same side. My left side's going back fist. Now that could be I'm just kind of hitting to try get a hit. It might be that I'm trying to get a reaction. And when their eyes are up and their hands are up, I'm kicking in behind that. Back fist, kick. And then here's where all this work we've been doing on pull and punch gets applied. And it's not that I'm going to, sit here and pull back my jab. I want to make sure that as I arc with this fist, I'm kind of loading the ribs into my kick. Now, I'm going to exaggerate in the set by really pulling back. In application, I'm going to keep the arm there, but change the insides. I'm turning the insides a little bit to help release that punch. So now we've got a chain of 3. Back fist. Now, I like to bring this hand into play a little bit. 1, 2, make sure it's kind of covering your center. And 3. And then where do we go? We have 4. Now 4 can be, as we talked about, that I could be doing a throw. I can be reaching around behind the person or around their body, stuffing my leg into that lateral and throwing. Let's keep it as striking though. Let's make a striking chain. One of the things that my Jung likes to do is kind of overwhelm somebody. So we don't rely on one powerful strike. We rely on these chains where the person's attention is being driven all over. So we went back fist, kick, punch. Now we could think of this as a short hook, or we can think of this in tight as an elbow. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Back fist, kick, lunge, punch, hook, or elbow. Good. Or it can be that throw. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, that's one of the reasons why between the lunge punch and the elbow, we don't stay stationary. In the set, we go for a shuffle and turn. Now, that shuffle is how I get my leg in behind somebody else's or in front of somebody else's leg for the throws, but it's also how I go from range, where if I stayed back here, if you watch my wall hanging here and I threw my jab, if I stay where I am and elbow, my opponent's very far away. So I have to go jab and shuffle to get that last piece of that one. Now, let's turn this top, let's use this top fist now. And we're going to use it in two, we're going to use this sweeping movement in 2 ways. So let's build our chain. Back fist, kick, punch, elbow, and for self-defense, we're going to swing this arm up between the legs and into the groin. Top fist. Okay, we're starting to get a nice chain here. We're finally bringing in our power arm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if you don't want to go for the top fist to the groin, you can also just turn this over and it becomes a version of uppercut. Boom. Twist and uppercut. So last part for this chain. Back fist kick, punch, elbow, uppercut, or top fist or slamming upwards. So I can do any of those out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we better shift over to our number 4. So just ways to think about those as being a chain. And we're fairly aggressive. We're kind of driving forward with these techniques. Let's go to some of the work we've been doing on number 4. Let's start out with going through the left side of number 4 to remember all the parts. So we had done our back of hand palm punch. We talked about opening up that spear, pulling across the body, stepping out, swinging through to hook, clearing the hand, opening the palm and punching behind. We're then reaching to our crane here. We're scooping through to spear, through, and then finish with a cutting palm. So here's our new closed side waist exercise. Fingertips up, a lot of shoulder work, and fingertips, palm, cutting palm, side of the palm, pressing out. We then get this spiraling where we're scooping with both so we can pierce. We're slapping against the leg as we come up to the armpit. We rise and squat to hook and come through to cutting palm. So that's our chain on the left side. Let's do that a couple of times. So we've done palm punch, spear, pull, step, 1, 2, punch, hook, pull back, cutting palm, pierce with fingers, turn to the lateral, brush, lift, hook, settle, and come through. So here's a lot of work on sinking into a lunge and rolling through and twisting the hip and pressing out. Good. One more time on that side, and then we'll do some right side work. So spear, pull, step out to horse, step through to hook, lift up, push out with a punch, crane, step back to forward bow, pierce, lateral lunge, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so how do we transfer to right? We're in our cutting palm. We're going to go low kick. Oh, so last time we were going kick punch. Now we're going kick hammer. Step through clear, punch out. Grab at the crane, step back, pierce, cutting palm on this one. Hook, gather, pierce, brush, cover, lunge down, press through. Good. Now let's stay there and let's transfer to the left side again. So we're going to go kick, lateral for the hammer, step behind, clear, punch, crane and hook stance, cutting palm and forward bow with crane behind, gather and pierce, slip to the lateral, brush, lift, hook, and cutting palm. Now, the last thing we have here is to finish this off. So we go kick, hammer, palm, punch. And that sets us up to go the other way. So let's do that left, right, left chain. And we'll maybe spend a bit of time on the right side because we've done a fair amount on the left after we do this chain. We'll see how much time we've got here. So first one, stepping out with the left, in behind, 2, 3, crane, come through cutting palm, pierce, clear, settle, and cut. Just going to move back. So that back leg is going to come through to kick. I'm going to step in with my hammer. I'm going to step through to hook as I pull back and punch, reach with crane. So it goes sideways and then down. And then I'm coming through with my cutting palm before I hook over, gather, and pierce. I'm slipping the foot, brushing, thumb to arm, hook down lunge, and transfer cutting palm. So back leg is going to kick, taking us back to the left side. Kick, hammer, slip through to punch, crane, step back, cutting palm, gather, and finger strike, spear strike, lateral. So I'm shifting the heels to line them up. I'm brushing, hooking in, crane as I come over and down, and then I'm twisting through. A lot about how to come through from low and get a lot of leg strength through. Now I'm going to finish that with kick, hammer, palm, punch. Nice. So we're getting both sides of that. We're going to have to leave it there for today. We'll keep coming back to it. Hopefully number 4 is starting to be more comfortable. Something to practice over the next little while if you want to start getting ready for number 5 is number 5 has a lot of high roof and punch combination. So I want to be able to kind of make a roof and punch simultaneously. So that's not something bad, something pretty good to work with. A good way to start with this is actually just from a guard position and just think roof and punch, roof and punch, roof and punch, roof and punch. That's going to jump into number 5. Number 5 is fairly straightforward, especially compared to number 4. Okay, we'll leave it there for today. So shoulders can go back and shoulders can go forward. Arms can circle back one way and around the other. Reach and lean on one side and to the other side. Good, arms loose and wrapping. Good, shake it all out. Thanks for training hard today. Remember, we don't have a Wednesday live program next week, but I'm sure if you jump back into any of these Jong lessons, especially if you want to pick up number 4, jump into some of the lessons over the last couple of weeks, pull out that number 4 section and start to work it over next week. That'd be great. We'll be back the following week on the Wednesday. Talk to y'all soon.